What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. Today, we won't be talking about a pen, we're going to be talking about a notebook, in particular, the Goulet Pens notebooks. So I have two versions of the Goulet Pens notebook. The larger version comes in a clear bag like such. This is the 48 sheet notebook that is A5 size, and this is lined. And the smaller version that I got also comes in the same plastic bag like this. This is a 32 sheet pocket size with dot grid. Both of these use Tomoe River paper, which is pretty much the best. You can also get a couple other sizes. One of them you can get specifically for the Traveler's Notebook passport size and the Traveler's Notebook regular size. This is neither. Because I wanted to get both versions of their paper so that I could test them out. By that, I mean that this one, the A5 size, the paper is 52 grams per square meter, and the small one is 68 grams per square meter. So essentially this paper is a little bit thicker than this paper. Still Tomoe River, but I wanted to get them both because you have a crazy amount of options when you order Goulet notebooks to decide whether you want thick or thin size, whatnot, line, dot, all that kind of good stuff. So I wanted to get both sizes so I could let you know. And before I get into like the nitty gritty where I show you everything, I like them. So a little spoiler. There are only one thing that I don't like. And that is that it does have a flimsy cover. So it's just basic, very light cardboard on both of them. Now, I'm pretty sure that they chose them to be this way for a reason, and that is primarily to keep costs down. So that's not too shabby, in my opinion. Especially if you're going to get the like Traveler's Notebook sizes, because then you're going to put them into like a leather-bound journal anyways. So it's not really a huge con. It's just something to be aware of if you're going to get the notebook for the notebook's sake and not actually put it into anything. Because you definitely can bend them to your liking. They're definitely affordable. They're very fountain pen friendly. Like I said, they're Tomoe River paper, and if you've ever used Tomoe River paper, then you know the quality that you should be expecting anyways. Great shading, great sheening, all that good stuff. The only thing with Tomoe River, as you'll see when I get a close-up of the quality in here, is that it is a little bit see-through, so you do get some ghosting. But yeah, I like that you can get multiple sizes. One thing that I super like about this is it lays flat. You know, there's no worries whatsoever about what page you're on. It's going to be flat. I mean, obviously it's on my hand right now, so it's a little loosey, but when it's on like a flat surface, have no fear. You're going to be golden. Same applies to the little one. Not quite as much as the big one as far as lies flat. You'll get a little bit, if I try and act like a stable surface here, you will get a little bit, but I mean, by the time you get your hand on there, you're golden. You won't be able to, like, you won't have to fight anything like you would with, like, a Lloydstrom 1917, which is still my favorite, like, notebook. But you do have to fight the cover flopping back up on you when you're either in the beginning of the notebook or the end of the notebook. You don't have to worry about that with these. You can get lined or dot grid. I'm pretty sure they're going to be coming out with everything as far as like graph and blank. I'm pretty sure they have blank as well already. I'll double check and I'll put an annotation in the bottom if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they have blank, but I don't think that they have graph paper yet. They just kind of wanted to roll out with these and see what happens. But let me get you a close-up of this, because all the action is inside the notebook. All right, so we're going to start off with the little one here. This one is the pocket size, so it's 9 by 14 centimeters or 3.5 by 5.5 inches. 32 sheet count at 68 grams per square meter thickness, and it is a dot grid. So I was at a pen meeting not too long ago, so you're going to see just like a whole lot of scribbly scrawls with terrible writing, terrible spelling, but I wanted to get as many pens and ink combinations in here as I could. So we definitely, oops, stop shaking the camera, got a whole lot of good stuff in here. And I mean, as you can tell, there's definitely no feathering, no nothing going on in here. We definitely got a whole lot of good stuff. And I mean, these are the Homo sapiens, the extra fine and the fine, and these inks, they just pour out of that pen. And even then, you can still see that it's nice and crisp, nothing feathers. You can definitely see some shading. We got some good sheening in that fine Homo sapiens words. Got all kinds of good stuff. I mean, this paper is really great. I flip it again. Now this mark here actually came from over on this side. We bring in that Homo sapiens again that just poured out like a fire hose. And I obviously closed the notebook before it was officially dry. So you do see some ghosting. I mean, you do see some ink from the other side of the page. This is the thicker of the two. So this is a 68 gram dot pad or dot notebook. So you are going to see it, but it doesn't ruin your ability to continue writing on the other side. At least I don't think so. I mean, like I said, this is the Homo sapiens writing on the back that came out like a fire hose. You know, and you can definitely read everything I wrote here with no issue. I threw down some dots on it, and I mean, even on the dots, which is like a heavy amount of ink, there was no feathering, no nothing. On the other side of the back, it definitely came through much more, but I mean, that's a crazy amount of ink. It literally, I took like a ink syringe, and I went bloop, 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 with those sound effects and everything. So I'm really impressed with this notebook. It really does hold up well. Provides amazing shading, amazing sheening. Even when you're just writing like a normal human being and not scrawling really big like this, you can definitely see a lot of good stuff. And I really, really like it. If we get the bigger one in here, this is the A5 size, so you know, 15 by 21 centimeters, or 5.8 by 8.3 inches. This is a ruled notebook, and it is 52 grams per square meter, so it's much thinner than the other one. But despite how thin it is, and you can see obviously on the other side, you definitely still can get really, really, really crisp writing. Great shading, great sheening. It's just awesome. But they are really, really thin pages. I mean, my camera can barely even pick up how thin that is. And you do see all of the writing on the back of it. I mean, I went to the next page on here. I didn't even write on the back just so I could show you the whole thing. That depending on your ink choice, especially in this notebook, you're going to be able to see everything. And I mean, like I said, when I closed the first page, you can see every word. So this notebook is still great. And this is the kind of paper you'll actually get in the Traveler's Ink notebook. But it's still really great. It's amazing for shading. It's amazing for sheening. You're going to get really crisp writing. It doesn't bleed through, but you're going to get a good amount of ghosting. So moving forward for me, I would prefer to continue getting the 68 gram paper, which is in the pocket size notebook that I have here, because you get all of the quality of this but you don't get as much show through. The only downside is that because this is thicker paper, you get less sheets. So to say again, the big notebook here, you get 48 sheets. In the little one, you get 32 sheets. But either way, I really enjoy them, you know, despite the fact that it has, you know, a good amount of see-through. I will continue to use them all. I do enjoy them. And for the price, you really can't go wrong. The price for the A5 size Tomoe River paper is $9. And I do have to correct myself from earlier. They do now have dot paper, blank, and graph as well. And each of them have a different cover color. So this one obviously is like a kind of a burgundy type color. Graph is a lime green, dot is kind of like a gray blue, and the blank is like a deep green. And for this little guy here, everything is the same as the other one as far as the colors and the options available. But for this one in particular, they don't actually have right now because they had some discrepancies or something, problems with their manufacturer to get the thicker paper. So to get the 68 gram paper, they had to wait, I believe, until September or October. So they actually skipped being able to get this one, and they just have the 52 right now in this size for $6.50. But I know Brian in one of his videos did say that they do plan on getting the 68 gram paper back as soon as they can get it from their manufacturers. And I believe it's going to be the same price. And if you get the regular Tomoe River paper in the English carry, the Traveler's Notebook, that's the word I'm looking for, it's $8 for the regular size. And for the passport size, it's $6. So it's all really great pricing, and I think that's why they went with like just kind of a no frills thing here, because if they put it into like hardbound or anything, it would definitely up the price. But I really like it. I would probably buy it again. But like I said, I would want the 68 gram and not the 52. But guys, that's going to be about it for me today. If you have any more questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Hit that like button and the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Videos come at you every Monday and Friday. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye.